Check it out, guys. What we have here is the Amazon Echo subwoofer. It does exactly what you think it should. It's there to add bass to your Echo Dot, Echo, or Echo Plus speakers, because one of our biggest complaints about these speakers is they don't have much bass. And I think Amazon heard that from its customer base as well. It's here to add a bigger, more room-filling sound, to give you a little bit of oomph in the low end. We're gonna take a close look at the speaker, show you how it sets up, and then talk about the bass quality. Is this something you want in your home? That's what we're here to find out. Now that we've moved in tight on the speaker, you can tell it's got a very compact shape to it. Almost looks like a mini ottoman is what we heard from a few people here. It's got a matte finish plastic on the top, which takes up fingerprints, but I don't think you're gonna be touching this a whole lot, so that's not a big deal. The grill cloth is a really, really tight weave, and actually I don't think that it's grill cloth. I think this is a sealed subwoofer with a downward firing woofer. That's where the magic happens. The woofer is down here, and it's got a nice big surround on it. Hopefully it's got a big motor inside. We'll be able to tell based on the bass response. It's got a little bit of heft to it, but it's nothing that you can't easily pick up. In terms of the cabinetry, it feels pretty robust off the side. Not happy with that sound. We don't want this to rattle much, but we'll dig into the bass response in a minute. Around back, simple, just a power port, and you do get a little bit of a indicator button here in case you need to reset it, but setting this up is actually really simple. Pull up your Alexa app, then click on this little icon down here. To add a device, we'll hit the plus key, add device, Amazon Echo, it's an Echo product. We have a spot here for an Echo sub, and then there it is. It'll appear right here. Just click on that and then select your Wi-Fi network. And since you already have your Wi-Fi network credentials in here, it's automatically going to connect it to the correct access point. Make sure you connect it to the same access point that all of your other Echo speakers are, just in case you happen to have more than one. And that's it, we're off to the races. Now you will be forced to watch this little video. I haven't figured out how to get out of this, so just put up with it. It does say some slightly helpful stuff about the subwoofer itself, but really you're just gonna have to kind of slough through it, wait till it's over. I played around with it earlier and was able to just kind of scrub towards the end, and that speeds up the process a little bit. From there, it's going to prompt you to connect the sub to some speakers. I'm going to show you how to do that manually so that you can switch it over to whatever speaker pairing you want. Click Alexa and Echo. I'm going to grab the Echo Dot that we just set up, and you'll see here it says stereo pair and subwoofer. Click on that, continue, and it's loading here. It'll show everything that's available. Here I could actually create a big group of speakers. I could stereo pair some speakers, which we'll show you in a little bit. So we see we've got our sub here. We'll select that, and then we can add any speakers that we want to. I'm gonna just add our Echo Dot since we're gonna demo that next, and then click next. It's gonna pair the two speakers, and when you next boot up your Echo Dot, you're gonna hear it with the sub. Okay, first I want you to hear the Amazon Echo Dot without the subwoofer so you can get sort of a baseline for what it sounds like. Like we said in our review, it sounds a whole lot better than the original Dot, but it lacks any real kind of bass. You can hear some of the tonality there, but it's more or less an empty sounding speaker. All right, so that's what it sounds like without the sub. We've rejoined the two. We're gonna hear what it sounds like with the sub, and I think you'll notice big difference, right? So you can obviously hear there's some bass here now. What you may not be able to hear is that the Dot produces so little bass that there's kind of a hole in the sound frequency reproduction where this stops producing bass and this starts. I don't think that's going to be a big deal for anybody actually connecting it to a Dot. You're just going to be happy that you get more bass. All right, so we have the Echo set up. We're going to do just one for now. Let's hear it without the sub. Definitely more bass. Not a ton though. You're not going to fill up the room with that. All right, so let's add the sub and see how that sounds. All right, yeah, so again, the bass is about the same, but the way it integrates with the Echo way better. There's less of that hole that I was talking about before, so it's a more contiguous sound. This seems like a much more natural match. All right, now for my favorite part. We've paired two Echo speakers left and right in stereo along with the Echo Sub. And I'm excited about this because this whole bundle of these three devices right now is $250 on Amazon, which sounds like it's gonna be a pretty good deal if this performs. So let's check it out really quick, see what we think. I'm hearing a pretty nice stereo spread there. I'm gonna juice it up a little bit. You'll notice as I do, the two speakers are in sync. Yeah, that is plenty loud. Now, it's not audiophile grade stuff. I prefer a Sonos for overall sound, but you can't touch this much sound for $250 from pretty much any of the other smart speaker situations. The HomePod doesn't produce that much bass. You'd have to go with a Sonos 5, which is really much more expensive, or a Google Max, same thing, almost twice as expensive to get anything close to this. So I'm gonna have to call this a good setup. Now the bass itself is not like what you would expect from a home theater subwoofer. Think more along the lines of like one of those computer speaker subwoofers. It's a little bit better than that. It goes down to about 40 hertz before it starts rolling off. It's got a little bit of thump and it's got some deep tone, but it's definitely not gonna shake your room. That brings me to another point that I'm a little bit disappointed about. So it turns out that you cannot stream Bluetooth to paired up speakers like this. So if I wanted to play YouTube off of my phone and have it come through this system, you can't do that. And that also means that you can't pair a Fire TV with this setup and have your TV audio come through these speakers. And I feel like that's a big miss. Something that I hope Amazon is going to fix later. So when we bring it all together, we're talking about a very specific use for this sub. It's enhancing your Echo or Echoes to make them sound bigger. It's great for streaming Amazon Music, Spotify, that kind of thing, but it's not a versatile system. You need this to make your system sound bigger. That's the only reason you buy it. At $130, I think it's a decently priced subwoofer, but really this bundle is what has me impressed. And I think if you can bundle it with a new Echo purchase, you save a little bit money. Value proposition is much better. Overall though, I am gonna recommend it. You know, for its use, make your Echo system sound bigger. It does that, and it does it really well. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you hated it, hit that unlike. Otherwise, hit the like button and subscribe. We love having more fans on board. Also, check out 2 videos that we've created just for you as a follow-up. And of course, visit digitaltrends.com for all the latest tech news and reviews.